This is Persona 4 Arena, episode 4. Now I do apologize for less. I do apologize for the episode being shorter last time, but let's get into this shit. Let's continue the story mode.
Welcome to the Velvet Room. This place is very well.
Okay, last time we defeated Yukiko. How about you're about to love getting your ass whooped, Teddy. I don't care to hear any more of Teddy's jests. Me neither, bro. I still have reservations about fighting against my friends, but now I know that there is no other way to save them. I'm resolved to do what must be done. Also, there's no knowing if Teddy and Rise have been affected just like Yosuke and Yukiko did. If they are, then there's no use of trying to talk to them. Although the monitor like this, through the monitor, that's the conclusion I've come to. But Miss President seems. Miss President vents her frustrations at Teddy's image on the monitor, but I was a bit surprised how she worded it. She seemed more upset that he was making friends fight each other. Not. Hold on a second, be right back. Thanks. You like making friends? She seemed more upset about the main friends fighting each other, not why he dragged the entire school into this mess. We've only just met, but she clearly sympathizes with us and understands the pain we're going through. I'm embarrassed, but proud at the same time. Okay, that's about proud at the same time. A girl with such pain would be a great student council president. No wonder she was elected to represent the student body of Yasugami High.
It's alright. Thanks, though.
It's not alright! This is...
She's still worked up and she lashes out at me. Her heart is a little too honest. Her anger sets my mind at ease. He's right. What General Teddy is doing right now cannot be forgiven. I glared at the monitor.
Sorry, but you're not getting your wish.
What?
Did you think this would be all it took to break us apart? That it would make us hate each other? Sorry to say, but that's a huge mistake on your part. I believe in my friends. They'll never get taken in like that.
You're so stupid! What kind of sensei are you?
I'm warning you now.
What kind of Teddy are you? Huh?
If you really are Teddy, then we'll get you back to normal no matter what it takes. Even if it costs us our lives. But if you're an imposter, hiding behind Teddy's face. I will make you pay for toying with us.
Teddy coughs and turns around. Suddenly switch off. Suddenly turning on us without any signs of remorse. That's not like Teddy at all. No, he's most likely not the real Teddy. Seeing the anger on his face only strengthens my suspicions. Someone must be taking Teddy's form to make it look like he's the one committing these acts.
That girl's come around.
I immediately rush to Yukiko's side. You alright?
Yukiko, are you alright? I'm sorry I could go easy on you.
No, it's okay. You're not usually sad, but I could tell by your eyes that there was something going on. I'm sorry too. Did I hurt you?
Kinda, yeah. I sure wouldn't want to get into it with you again.
I try to pass it off as a joke, and we look at each other and laugh. Things are going the same as they had with Yosuke. It's becoming clear now.
Did I say things that offended you earlier?
Yes. You did.
Yukiko hesitated as if even remembering it is a difficult experience. What in the world did my illusion say to her? I bet it was something horrible. Whoever's doing this is certainly finding the most annoying way to get us to fight. But what I'm supposed to say to her doesn't matter. Yukiko is still hesitant to bring it up, so I tell her not to worry about it.
I don't need to know what I said. I just wanted to see if my guess was right. It looks like our enemy has the power to confuse our senses. My first opponent was Yosuke, and he told me a similar story after we fought.
Huh? You said something bad to Yosuke-kun too? What did you tell him?
You sure you want to know?
If I'm the only one admitting to what happened, that's not fair, is it? But that curiosity is in line with the Yosuke I know. I mean, with the Yukiko I know. Sorry about that. I accidentally call her Yosuke, but sorry for getting the names confused, you guys. It happens. I evade the issue with a smile and call out to Miss President, who is standing behind us.
What kind of people are you? Hmm? Oh, right. We used our personas.
Yeah, we should at least explain to her what's going on.
She did see everything that had just happened. This would be a good opportunity to tell her everything. I introduced Miss President and Yukiko to each other and fill in the parts that I had left out in the previous explanation. I tell her about personas. I tell her that we're actually in a world inside the television. I tell her how the scenery here changes according to the hearts of the people who enter it. She looks doubtful while I'm talking, but considering that she's just seen our personas only moments ago, she doesn't immediately deny it. Still, it seems that she can't accept it all either. She crosses her arms as if lost in thought. On the other hand, it seems that Yukiko didn't know that Yasugami High had a new student council president either. Yukiko apologized for not having paid attention to the elections in April.
That's it in a nutshell.
So, that's what you meant, like falling into the TV.
Yeah, which makes me believe this school could be a part of your mind that's materialized.
The school came for me? It's a lot to swallow. I'm not surprised. Why is it different this time around, though? Usually the victim's shadow appears first.
That's right. I had doubts about that. There's a reason why it's dangerous for people who can't use their personas to enter this world. Besides the obvious reasons, such as not being able to escape and being unable to protect themselves from shadows, a person's shadow separates from them. the shells that split off are strongly attached to the original people they come from, and will try to harm them to try to be independent identities. Haven't given much thought since Miss President seems so energetic, but it's so possible that this has happened to her as well. I put this together with the conversation I had with Teddy a moment ago and came to a conclusion.
Teddy who's hosting this tournament. What if he's actually this girl's shadow?
Huh?
I noticed he got agitated when I called him an imposter. A fake Teddy would mean he's someone else using Teddy's form.
I see. This place reflects this president's heart. Your shadow must be here. But right now, the strongest candidate is.
That's right. If we both saw an illusion, then at the very least, the enemy has the power to delude our senses and make us see and hear things that aren't there. How about that? It can alter what others hear us say and see us do. If it can do that, then I can easily see that our enemy can cause that power to change its appearance. That means it could be impersonating Teddy and leading this tournament. That still leaves the question as to why it would take on the appearance of someone it doesn't know. I've seen shadows in the past that took on bizarre appearances, but this is the first time I've seen one impersonate an existing person. Does the shadow have some kind of objective? When I come to my senses, I see Miss President has turned pale and is staring down at the ground. All this talk of shadows in another world doesn't seem to be reaching her, but she seems troubled at the thought that she might be causing all this trouble. I'm about to tell her that the actions of her shadow aren't her fault. Miss President requests her feet.
But General Teddy's behind the whole shebang, right? And if it came from me, then I gotta own up to the responsibility. A student body president, I can't let this go.
Whoa, wait, you're being reckless. We'll take care of the shadow. You need to...
What? Get out of this TV world? How am I supposed to do that? Go on. Show me the door.
Well,
Eyes are filled with the fires of determination just as they had been when I first met her. Her sense of responsibility and her awareness of her duty say that she will never back down.
Your little cousin's in the announcement room, and you're gonna go save her, right? I might not be as strong as the two of you, but I'm no slouch in a fight. Wouldn't it be better if we went together?
no. Don't you understand? This world is...
I know it's dangerous, but there's gotta be something only I can do to help. Hell, that aside, I can't leave after causing so much trouble. Friends fight each other. I'm going on ahead. You don't want to waste time arguing, yeah?
The president declares this in a voice that brooks no argument and takes off running. Yikes, I wasn't expecting her to behave rashly like this. I remember how fast she can run. If I'm going to go after her, I need to go at once or I'll lose her.
Please, you have to go after her.
Yukiko sees me hesitate and knows exactly what to say. She's right. There's so much we don't understand, but there's no way the investigation team can let a victim run off to die. Yukiko annoys the fact that I'd be leaving her alone and tells me to follow the girl whom she only just met. This is the exact opposite of the behavior she's been displaying before the fight. Now that's the Yukiko Amagi I know. I'm ashamed that I had even slightly let myself be confused by the way I heard her speak before, and I answer her. I'll come back to you no matter what.
I believe in you.
You go nods to me, and I turn and begin running as fast as I can. I have to rely on the faint echoes of the footsteps ahead to pursue Miss President through the school. I can't use my memories of the school in order to navigate because the invisible walls are everywhere. But the announcement room is upstairs. The hours limits to paths that she could take. I will catch up to her no matter what. Facts, bro. I've been running after Miss President for a while, but I still can't catch sight of her. She's so fast, it's almost supernatural. I even begin to think that her path may not be hindered by the invisible walls. Wait a second. Now that I think about it, she's not a participant in the P1 Grand Prix. She didn't appear in the introduction video, and even though she been there when I face off where you go, she wasn't affected by the rules. Could she be able to walk through these walls? If so, then catching up to her will be quite difficult. Just as I think I is, suddenly a blue door appears on my path. I've seen this before. This is the entrance to the Velvet Room. I don't have time to deal with this, or so I think. But when I consider the timing of its appearance, I can't help but feel that there must be a reason for it. I make my mind and reach for the door. As I walk through the door, I feel a slight sense of lightheadedness, and I close my eyes reflexively. When I open my eyes, I'm seated in my usual position, and Margaret is smiling quietly at me as if nothing is different. When she sees that I've noticed her, she speaks as if aware of my impatience.
You seem flustered, but time has no meaning here.
Margaret politely points this out, knowing that I'm in a hurry. Time is meaningless, huh? Though I have figured out a few things about this room, but it seems that there's still more for me to learn about. If time doesn't pass while I'm in this room, then I should consider on what she's about to tell me. Once again, as if reading my thoughts, Margaret smiles.
It seems you've emerged victorious and have come away with a piece of the truth. Though you are in a garden of deceit, you have the vision to go forward. Very impressive.
Is that student council president's shadow really the cause of all this then?
Who can say? All I know is that you are getting ever closer to the truth. There is one thing I can tell you.
Margaret's golden eyes are fixed on me.
If that girl's shadow is the cause of this misfortune, she will face her trial. But it's separate from your fate. You have your own trial to overcome. Keep that to heart.
My own trial.
I didn't mean to, but I repeat what Margaret just had
Everyone
just
sees
said.
various things in you that draw them to you. Salvation, hope. I myself find fascination in watching over you. Fate may not be the author of your trials, but you are destined to be tested.
Margaret smiles mischievously and nods towards me. Another slight feeling of lightheadedness passes, and I return to the otherworldly school. The blue door is nowhere to be found, and as if I had never been there to begin with. I look up. I still don't understand why my own trial is supposed to be. What my own trial is supposed to be, yeah. But for some reason, my mind's cleared up a bit. In any case, I need to keep chasing after Miss President. And now I immediately see a recognizable feature, her long ponytail. I found her.
Wait! It's too dangerous to go alone.
Miss President turns around in response to my voice. She's smiling. I wasn't expect that at all.
Calling me impressed that you managed to catch up to me so quick.
This calmness. Had she expected that I would follow her? I'm beginning to feel like she's toying with me. But I understand now. Nothing that I could say to her will change her mind. There's no helping it then.
Promise me that you won't leave my side. And you can't do anything rash. If you can't agree to those terms, I'll have to force you into protective custody. This is a matter of life and death for you.
Sure thing. Then let's get to that announcement room together.
I thought that I'd be able to keep her in check by saying that her life was in danger, but she didn't seem to take any notice. She just shrugged and accepted my proposal. She's quite hard to deal with. I'm not sure if she knows how I'm feeling, but she speaks up.
Hey, mind if I ask you something?
What is it?
There's a moment of silence. Just as I'm about to ask her to go on, Miss President
It's
continues.
tough, being forced to fight your friends, huh? Oh, sorry. You don't gotta answer.
She must be still thinking about my fight with Yukiko. True, I'm slightly hesitant to talk about any of this, but it's a question that must be answered. That's how it feels to me.
No, you're right. If I could avoid it, I would. But I believe in my friends.
You mean your friends won't hate you after the fight? Or you think they'll understand that you don't really want to fight?
I don't know. Both, maybe. I mean, there's no way we'd fight each other without some kind of reason.
She still believes that answer. I study Miss President's face, but when she opens her mouth, she has an unexpectedly gloomy look in her eyes.
What if you had to kill each other?
Oh shit. That's fucked up. Kill each other. I truly hadn't anticipated that question. I'm caught off guard by how I didn't even consider it. It's true, there's no guarantee that this General Teddy won't suddenly decide to make us fight to the death on a whim.
Sorry, that was probably over the line. I don't know why I said that.
I wouldn't let it happen.
Even if I was forced into such a situation, I would never follow that order. That's all I can say right now. But after hearing my answer, Miss President casts her eyes down again. I thought someone was knocking on my door, I thought. Okay, Miss President casts down her eyes again. After seeing this behavior, how would I put this? I feel a sense of incongruity. I don't know what that word means. Why could it be? Something doesn't feel like her. Could Miss President be carrying some? Can she be carrying some imaginable burden that she has yet to confide in us? Is it so heavy that she would ask that question of me? Speaking of which, if General Teddy does turn out to be her Xiao, what does that mean about whatever repressed thoughts she truly has? Suddenly it seems that courageous and cheerful demeanor are a mirror image of that. A slight sense of fear chills my spine. My thoughts race through my head while we walk down the hallway. What?
What are you doing?
Another invisible wall? I thought about my nose for a moment. Yup, an invisible wall, bro. Even though I should have been expecting them, I relaxed my guard and walked right into one. Everyone knows and wait, Miss President. But like, who looks concerned?
There's an invisible wall. I don't think I can go through here.
An invisible wall? Oh, that must have been why you broke out of the mind map every now and then. Well, if I can pass through, it must only be blocking the tournament fights. This world sure is out there.
The president walks right through the place that I bumped into, so that must be the case. As I imagine, Miss President is unaffected by these walls. Is it because she's not one of the fighters in the Grand Prix? Of course, if General Teddy really is her shadow, maybe the normal rules don't apply to her. Entrance leading into the school building is ahead of us. But perhaps the worst of all is that the wall I just walked into is blocking me from reaching there. I just have to find some other way. No, there are walls there too. Same can be said for the direction towards the entrance. I thought crossed my mind, and I checked back the way we came. As I thought, no invisible wall is formed where I just passed, and I can't go back. With the walls in every direction, there's nowhere I could go. I'm trapped. If I can't go anywhere, there's only going to be one thing.
Careful. This probably means.
Yup. It probably means we're gonna have another fight, bro. What do you want?
Is your snout okay, Sensei? Jeez, you're such a klutz.
You're still using that form? It's getting old. Why don't you just show your true self?
Boy, you got peevish. I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
I was intentionally trying to rile him up, but he wasn't falling for it. It looks like I'm not going to get him to reveal anything that way. I quickly changed his tactics.
Okay. So who's my next opponent?
Woo, now you're getting into the spirit of things. Let me guess, you're starting to enjoy beating up your friends? Yippee! Okay, with the next challenger, come on down!
Who is it? Joe doesn't pick up on my intentions. I loudly yell what appears to be his pre-bout catchphrase. Smoke pours out. And who appeared from that smoke but the person I was expecting to see? Four of us into the TV together. I already fought against Yosuke and Yukiko. Then,
That's what I thought. You're the last of us, after all.
who, Chie? Knew it.
Yeah, I had a feeling you'd be next too.
Chie laughs along with me. For the moment, there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with her words and actions. Don't jinx it, you. Don't jinx it, please. You saw what happened with Yosuke and Yukiko. After all, I felt the same way when I encountered Yukiko too. But as they say, third time's a charm. I have to see if Chie is in the right mind. So the best way to do this is to be calm and start a conversation with her.
Chie, you know what they're doing, right?
Before I can begin to explain, Chie cuts me off.
I know. The stuff we say gets twisted around so we end up fighting each other, right? Don't worry. You're the son of a bitch who left us as soon as the last case ended, but you're still our good friend. I mean, you have it easy. You're just fighting your friends. I had to keep killing over and over, all because of you humans!
Now this is obvious. Chie is clearly not herself. It's so blatant. I told you not to jinx it, you. It's so blatant. Her words won't offend me at all. Moreover, it's not just out of character, but Chie would never say anything like that. And you humans, that's as good as confessing that you're not a human. Like, bruh, like Chie herself Chie is not herself, bruh. She's saying you humans, but yet she's a human herself. Alright, Carnivore was it? Miss President is watching us from nearby. She's more dumbfounded than worried. Still, what Chie said at the end caught my attention. I had keep killing over and over.
Stuff about killing, huh? This president was talking about it earlier, too. This must be.
Hurts. It hurts. I'll give you a taste of the pain they put me through!
She's not even trying to sound like Chie anymore. Can't even bring to understand what she's talking about. But if a Shao is intentionally making people say these things, what does this mean about Miss President? Killing each other? All because of humans? What kind of secret past could the new student council president of Yasogami High be harboring? No, now's not the time for this. I have to look into this after we cleared up all the confusion between us.
Let's do this, Chie.
I ignore her words and draw my sword. Immediately, Risei's voice through the area echoes through the area as if she was waiting for this.
Well, round 3 of the P1 Grand Prix already. Word on the street is that the carnivore may have a slight advantage. Will you, Senpai, all talk and no skill, manage to eke out a win this time? Let's get this show on the road. Ready?
Yeah, now I have to fight Chie. Okay. Yes. Yeah, like, I was real close from losing, bro, to Chie. Like, I will admit, Chie is a pretty good fighter, but still. Like, she's a tomboy of the group, basically. Because I could see her fighting extremely well. I've won. I lowered my sword and began slowing my breathing. I don't believe I injured Chie too badly. Considering this was my third time having to do this, I feel like I'm getting pretty good at not having to seriously wound people in a fight.
Wipe that smug look off your face. This isn't fun at all.
Yeah, take that, General Teddy. General Teddy seen the fight ended without any injuries and spits his words through the monitor. The image of the monitor then disappears without anything further. Let him say whatever he wants. I fought all the friends I came to the TV with, and none of them are hurt. All that's left is to head to the announcement room and make sure Nanako is safe. And then, well, we'll be able to go home. I walked over to Chie and helped her up off the ground. She's coming back to her senses, and she seems a little sheepish. Are you alright?
I think so. Man, you're strong. I'm kind of shocked at how much of a difference there is between us.
Look who's talking. I've never been kicked around so badly in my life. I wait for Chie to reach her feet, and then tell her everything that's happened up to this point.
The others are safe too? What a relief. I was pretty worried.
Chie is so relieved that she sits down on the floor once more. I can't help but smile at the reaction. She really does care about her friends. Yeah, these are the people I believe in. Seeing us exchanging smiles like nothing was wrong, Miss President sounds perplexed when she speaks up.
You guys really are tight, aren't you? Makes me jealous.
Well, we did spend a whole lot of time together last year because of that case. Sure, I was surprised to hear such weird stuff coming from him, but I know he'd never say any of that to me. Wait a sec. Who are you?
Oh, I forgot about that. I quickly introduced Miss President and tell Chie that she may be a victim of this case. But Chie looks again at Miss President suspiciously.
Huh? The student council president? You mean ours? That doesn't seem right. I remember the new president being a guy.
What are you saying? I'm the student council president. Who else would I be?
I'm pretty sure, though. Maybe if you told me your name, I'd remember.
My name?
Miss President stopped moving. What's going on? She can't tell us a name? That's not that strange of a question, is it? But for some reason, Miss President seems unable to answer it. I sense some kind of incoherent melancholy from her. She and I stare at a tense glance.
My name's...
What's wrong?
My memories. No, I don't want to fight anymore. Why do we have to kill one another?
Kill one another. I gasp when I hear the words fall out of her mouth. I don't know what's crossing her mind right now, but she's definitely not acting normally. I glance at Chie and then try to approach Miss President in the hopes of calming her down. What the fuck? Without warning, Miss President begins flaring her arms as if she was trying to ward off demons that only she can see. Chie reaches out and touches her in concern. Miss President arms catches Chie and easily knocks her aside. What power! I barely managed to catch Chie before she slams into the concrete wall. Still, this sudden breakdown. What in the hell's happened to Miss President? Yeah, what the fuck happened to her? Like, dead ass. PTSD? I think it is. So, yeah. Once I help Chie back on her feet, we carefully approach her from both sides. This will be a little rough, but it can't be helped. We can't ask her anything while she's like this. But at the moment...
What?
The fuck?
No way.
Before I know, Miss President is flying through the air. She was jumping. For a moment, I can't comprehend what I'm seeing. This is no ordinary leap. She was at a standstill. Now her entire body is suddenly up higher than her head. Her jumping ability is unbelievable. Chie and I looked up in astonishment as Miss President kicks off the ceiling to change directions and lands at a full run.
Wow. Who is that girl? Did I say something to offend her? She did mention something about her memory.
Come to think of it, her memories did seem a little muddy. Maybe she was on the verge of getting them back.
What kind of memory would make her go nuts and run away like that?
I can't answer Chie at all. What if you had to kill each other? I hear Miss President's sad voice in my head. Chie apparently wasn't expecting me to answer her, and she continues.
I'll wait here. Make sure you rescue her, okay?
Her voice is strong and confident. To drive the point home, she pokes my chest and her finger as if ordering me. Even though she might be in danger herself, she's still worrying about others. All my friends are like that. That makes me really happy right now. I asked Chie if she'll be alright on her own. She fires back, let me worry about that. I nodded to her and began running after Miss President once more. I will save her no matter what. Even though I was running as fast as I could, the invisible walls keep preventing me from making much headway. I attempted to strike the walls with my persona, but nothing happens.
So many invisible walls, one after another. This president can pass through them. I don't know if I can keep up the pursuit.
Announcer room is still my destination. There's no way to know if that's where Miss President is heading as well, but if there's a shadow wing for me there, I'll need to get there anyway. Tay and Rise should be in the announcement room. If Nautical is being captive, that's where she'll be as well. I have to keep running, but yeah, another wall blocks the hallway. At first I think that this is the dead end, but I realize I can cut through the classroom and come out the other side of the wall. It's forcing me to enter a room rather than letting me go straight. That probably means, yeah, another matchup. A moment I step inside, a familiar voice echoes my mind.
Senpai, can you hear me? Please answer me.
That voice. Is that you, Rise? The real one?
The voice isn't coming from the PA system. I'm actually hearing it in my head. This has to be the work of Rise's persona.
Thank goodness. I've been all alone since that weird fake Teddy captured me. And then you were all fighting each other.
Yeah, that was a fucking fake. That Teddy that we seen on the screen, that's a fucking fake, bruh. A fake ass Teddy. That ass, bro. I hear the relief in her voice. In her voice. She sounds so different from the insensitive and rude voice that's been coming from the PA system. Yikes. This is
Where are
indeed,
you now,
let me
Rise?
say it. No.
Can you locate where I am?
I'm sorry, I don't think there's time. I'm stuck in the announcement room.
We need to save her. ASAP, ASAP, ASAP. Dun, 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 dun. I'm sorry, guys.
Please, Senpai, you have to hurry. If you don't,
Rise! What's wrong, Rise?
No answer. The communication has been cut off. Has something happened to the announcement room? My heart begins racing. The enemy made us fight each other as participants in this tournament, but they catch a reset as well. Fucking Teddy, bro. His ass is gonna pay, bro. He's gonna fucking pay. Okay, so, yeah, it's clear to me that they must be worried about using her persona's powers to tell us the truth, but that's not important right now. If she was just captured to prevent her from contacting us, then the enemy must think of Rise as being less valuable than those who had to fight. She sounded okay, but who knows what might happen to her now. I have to hurry.
Pardon me for interrupting while you are lost in thought.
Hand brushes my shoulder. In surprise, I jump away and draw my sword. I can't believe that I let myself get lost in thought, so I didn't notice something until they touched me. This is the second time I let myself get so distracted. I've gotten used to having my friends with me while we investigated last year. I can't pay attention to the entire world on my own. I need to brace myself. Oh! 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 Oh shit. Oh shit. I think that's Igus. Yeah, that's fucking Igus. from Persona 3, bruh. Oh shit. See another unfamiliar face. Girl with blonde hair and striking blue eyes. Damn, bruh. And she was a member of the Specialized Extracurricular Execution Squad, or SEAS for short. So, yeah. Wait, what girl? Her face and voice seem human-like, but the rest of her, there's metal everywhere, all over her body. She's an android, bro. For a moment, I wonder if this is just an elaborate costume, but I can see the interior framework in her body where her joint
I
connects.
didn't need to startle you.
You're,
It's nice to meet you. My name is Aegis. And no,
Yup,
I am not human.
yup. Aegis from Persona 3, yeah, guys.
You are the one from the introduction video, listed as the Sister Complex Kingpin of Steel, Narukami-san, correct?
Question catches me off guard. I wasn't expecting a complete stranger to call me that. And did she say she wasn't human? Oh, well, when Yosuke called me by that stupid title, I knew it was a joke, but when a stranger says it, it sounds like they truly believe it. This is a pain.
Nanako is important to me. Calling it a complex is stretching things.
No, wait a second. I was trying to play it off, but I ended up blurring out Nanako's name anyway. Calm down. I need to take this conversation away from the subject. I clear my throat to try to start.
Aegis-san, was it? Why are you here?
Our primary objective is the destruction of shadows, but we have come to this world on a different mission.
The destruction of shadows.
She fights shadows, but how can she do that if, like, bruh, have you not played Persona 3, bruh? Have you not played Persona 3, bruh? And by the way, Persona 3 Portable, early 2024 on our channel, yeah, guys. So check it out when it gets released. So yeah.
Does that mean
Yes, I have a persona as well. Though my body is a machine, personas are the strength of the heart after all.
As I thought, I'm surprised to find another Persona user outside of my group and of friends, and a robot on top of that. I can't come to grips with all of this. From the way we were talking, she seems just like a normal person, only an interesting suit. True, I've seen stories on the news about a robot looking uncannily like real humans, but isn't something like this far beyond those? Still, I can't help but believe the evidence of my own eyes. I mean, I've been hopping in and out of TVs for the past year. Who am I to say what's strange or not? Perhaps the technology behind her creation has supernatural roots on its own. I find myself growing more and more interested in how she came to be here, but I have to put that aside for now. There's something I need to find out from her first. The P1 Grand Prix. It's so similar to the events of last year, but to think that it would involve someone like her, I don't have a clear picture of everything that's happening, that's for sure. I call myself, then ask her what I feel would tell me what she's doing in this world.
and what is this mission of yours?
She opens her mouth to respond, but that... You bastard, Teddy. Once her inside classroom turned on, it's at that moment I suddenly remember. A slightly Now we're going to have to fight here. I forgot about the sensing about what.
Aha! So that's where you got you, Sensei. I've been looking all over for you. Who's the honey? You in the middle of trying to score with her?
I'm trying to explain to her, like, and plus, I would definitely score her. I would score any girl way more than you ever would, Teddy. Or General Teddy, or fake ass Teddy. Where the fuck is the real Teddy?
As if you didn't know. You're the one who lured us both here.
Oh my, did you figure it out? I didn't have a choice after those guys decided on their own to horn in on the fun. You're a bright boy, Sensei. You know what's coming next, don't you?
Joe, I want to give us a twisted smile. Could Aigis' mission be something that would cause him trouble? I can't figure out what his motives are, but he's using us to crush each other. In other words, she's the next challenger that's being set against me. Aigis seems to understand this as well and is staring at the monitor with a quiet animosity.
Sorry about this. Do you know the rule of this tournament?
Only the victor of each match may move on. Yes,
I have nothing against you, but I'm in a hurry for my own reasons.
neither of us, in other words, can back down. Then there should be no hard feelings.
Aigis is refreshing, straightforward about this. She immediately takes the fine stance. Bitter though comes to me. Bitter thought comes to me. It's tough being forced to fight my friends. For some reason, for another thought comes on the heels of that one. Wow, so Aigis isn't even affected by the whole tournament. Because remember, up to this point, in my matches against Yosuke, Yukiko, and Chie, that they started acting differently than usual before the fight. But then after the fight, they go back to normal. Here, it's actually refreshing to hear Aigis be normal in this one. I don't know this girl. Perhaps her appearance makes her here means that there's an urgent problem. It's that the ordinary student like me can fathom. What gives me the right to stop her on a mission? Shouldn't I know what's at stake before I take that from her? Thankfully, it seems that she hasn't gone mad like the other friends. Perhaps the enemy doesn't care about clawing our minds of people who don't know each other. If we're still capable of understanding each other, then we should talk this over before we do anything.
That will not do. We will speak more of this after one of us wins.
Aigis said so quickly. It's as if she's reading my mind. For the moment, I'm struck by how she could have known what I was thinking, but I realize that she's right. It's good. What good will it do for us talking things over? Surely the loser cannot leave this room, but until we have a battle, neither of us is going anywhere. It doesn't really matter if we can come to an understanding or not. Until we have a fight, none of our goals are going to be accomplished. If that's the case, then it's better if we don't hear about each other's problems before we fight. That could be why Aigis hasn't told me anything. This must be her version of kindness. I silently ready my sword. Aigis appears to smile slightly when I do. Right? I'm not going to give up on what I'm fighting for either. I need Naoko and my friends to be safe. I have to make sure that Miss President is okay. I will use everything I can protect them. To thank her for her consideration, I made it a point to announce that I'm ready to start the fight.
And here it goes. There's no need to hold back.
Indeed. Let us do battle.
Alright, let's do it. Now we're gonna face off against Aigis. Oh, damn it. Yes, sir. That was close. Now, that's a real close one, bro. That is a real close one. Well, I guess that'll be it for now. So yeah, that'll be it for now, yeah, guys. I'll see you guys next time. When we continue use story mode. So I'll see you guys next time. Byron TV.